You know, usually when I upload a video and I'm thinking about what I'm going to talk about in a commentary, that could be a struggle by itself. But one of the other struggles that we have being YouTubers, and you can ask a lot of YouTubers that you follow, is trying to come up with an intro, right? And if I have the extra time when I'm making that video, I will try to do something funny for an intro, try to throw a sexy intro together for that video, something that fits that commentary, that specific video. And it's not always easy too, right? Because you want to make sure that you drop something, something that's fresh, right? Something clean, something that's going to engage people and make them interested in wanting to watch the rest of that particular video. For this video right here, man, I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. Honestly, my throat is choking up a little bit as I'm saying this, because it's terrible, man. This usually we keep the content light on this channel. Even if I'm raging, it's all entertainment. You guys know, right? You laugh at me being pissed off at how broken the game is, or if a bitch is playing like a bitch. It's entertainment. At the end of the day, it's entertainment. And this video is we're gonna shake it up a little bit, because this is a topic I would normally not cover on this channel at all. I don't think I'm qualified to cover topics like this, to be honest, man. And it's hard to relate. And especially as you get older, you start to really understand the meaning of life and the whole nine. But this particular topic has something to do with the content that's on this channel, which is why I'm choosing to talk about it today. We're gonna get serious for a video. So over the weekend, we had a couple of mass shootings in the United States. And one was at a church in California, and we had another at a grocery store in Buffalo. And this fucking guy decided to stream it. He streamed him killing innocent people because he thought it was the right thing to do. He thought it was funny. He wanted people to join in on what he thought was doing the right thing, man. Our thoughts and prayers at the Gilly house are with all the family and friends of everybody involved. It's just it's very needless, it's very selfish, it's psychotic. This fucking lunatic, this bitch, this pussy punk nerd goes and streams that shit, man, because that's a cool thing to do, right? Innocent people needlessly. So he was arrested, and I hope that motherfucker gets a death penalty, man. I would do it myself if I could. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I seen a clip from, I believe it was Fox News. And they're trying to blame video games again, right? It's video games. It's how graphic and realistic video games are. It's desensitizing the community that plays them. When I heard that, man, all I could do was roll my eyes, shake my head. I'm sitting there like face palming. Man, are you serious? Like, how many times do we got to go through this shit? How many times are you gonna? It's just an easy scapegoat, right? How many times are you people gonna do this shit? It ain't video games that are doing this shit, man. I've been playing video games. I've been killing motherfuckers in video games for over a decade. I've been ripping zombies' ass in video games for decades. There is not a cell in my body that wants to take a life, because I actually think life is precious. All life is precious, except for you pedophile or some shit, right? That's a conversation for a different day. But the only time I would even contemplate, even consider taking a life is if I'm defending my own or I'm defending my family's. You guys know that I have a perfect, handsome little baby boy, man. He's got my heart in his hands. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him. And my girl, I love her to death. She's my soulmate. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. I love her. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for these people. My mother, my nieces, my nephews. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for them. But I play video games on a daily, man. Whether it's 15 minutes, I have enough time to get one game in, or whether I have enough time to get a 4-hour session in, man. And I've been doing it for decades. Playing video games. Killing people in video games and shit, right? In a digital world. I have no thoughts of ever taking a life. These are psychos, man. They're psychotic. They're fucking lunatics. They have something wrong with them. They have a chemical imbalance upstairs. They have no feelings. They have no emotions. That's why they're able to do this type of shit. They have no conscience. Look at all the murderers we've had throughout history. Even before we had electricity. Oh, I forgot the Nazis and Hitler, right? They were gaming back in the day. They must have played a game that vilified Jews, and that's how we got the Holocaust, and that's how we got World War II, right? It don't make any fucking sense, man. These people are acting on their own. And I even seen a clip with the dude. He's got the rifle in his hands, and he goes and he points the rifle, and he sees that it's a white woman, I believe, and he says, "Oh, sorry." He's racist. That motherfucker was racist, man. Some type of white supremacist or some shit. He's acting on his own accord. He had his own agenda. He wanted to kill black people in that moment because he hates black people, because he hates his fucking self, because his life sucks. He's a nerd. That's what it is, right? He can't stand people who have a different color skin than him because he's a piece of shit. That's his own accord, his own agenda. It has nothing to do with whether or not he was a video gamer, dude. It don't make any fucking sense. And somebody might watch this video and then go back and watch some of my videos and be like, look at how bad you're raging, man. It's because I got a bad temper. I got a short fuse. And it's nothing to do with video games, man. I had a really rough and violent childhood. I've already said some things. I don't like to talk about it, but I've already pointed some shit out that happened in my childhood in a video or two. I've already opened up a little bit about that shit, right? That's what contributed to that. I had two parents, both with really bad tempers and a short fuse, and I seen a lot of violence because I had a really abusive father who was in and out of jail, and the dude was big as fuck, and he didn't care who he hit. He didn't care if you were a 7-year-old boy like myself. He didn't care if you were his wife, my mother. If he didn't have his fix, and I said hello to him in the morning, I was getting punched in the mouth. I was coming home from school and helping my mother clean up her own blood, and then getting a beating for helping her do that, right? This is my childhood, man. This is why I got a bad temper. But I don't let people that I care about see it. I go out of my way to make sure that my son doesn't see any of that. I go out of my way to make sure that my wife doesn't see any of that, because I don't want them to see and feel the same shit that I did when I was younger, because I know it's not healthy, man. But shit like that can contribute to somebody being a little violent, having a bad temper. I still have never had any thoughts about taking a life. Just like I said in my last Quantum TV video, you know, I didn't agree with Ackman's wording when he was talking about shooting, right? He should have worded it differently, but I understood what he was trying to say. But I said in that video, I'd rather just get it done with my fist. You know, I don't mind put a bitch in his place, a punk in his place, but they'll still get to live after they leave the hospital. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.